The current state of Apex is terrible, but that might just be a good thing. Apex Legends, a game that's been thrilling and frustrating us for years. But let's be real. What's going on with Apex? With so many players voicing their frustrations about issues like skill-based matchmaking and technical glitches, it's time to ask, where is this game heading? Today, we're diving into why the current state of Apex is on shaky ground, but trust me, it's a good thing. I know it sounds wild, but stay with me, because I'll be breaking down the two main reasons why Apex is struggling. And, more importantly, why this might actually be great for the game's future. First off, let's get into the two big problems weighing down Apex. Number 1, lack of consistency. Here's the thing. Apex's biggest issue has been its inability to stay consistent. Remember when they introduced arenas? It was a game changer. But in what felt like a blink, it disappeared. They released arenas on May 4th, 2021, and removed it on February 14th, 2023. That's just 1 year and 9 months of the game mode being released, where very minor improvements were made, like price adjustments, map changes, and the amount of legend ability uses. It seems like we get these cool, limited time modes that come and go like seasonal trends, and don't even get me started on the glitchy hit markers or connectivity issues. It's like Respawn is constantly testing ideas, but not sticking with what works. They even just recently gave us Mixtape, which was only 7 seasons ago. This rotating mode was released in Season 16 on February 14th, 2023 with the removal of arenas. But for a game that's been around since 2019, that's a long wait to find its groove. Which brings us to number 2, lack of inspiration. The first couple years of Apex, it was great, but it was not steadily evolving. It obviously stayed unique thanks to its legends and their abilities, but lacked that extra innovation. Fast forward to now, we're seeing some much needed creativity with legend classes and strategic upgrades, and it's like Respawn finally woke up and remembered what makes this game special and decided to improve on the unique abilities of those legends. And I get it, nostalgia plays a huge part. I myself am a day 1 Apex player, and I remember those nights strategizing with friends, and those new legend classes brought back a spark, even though it was just a little. And now that we've tackled what's weighing down Apex, that being the lack of consistency and the lack of inspiration, here's why I think Apex struggling is a good thing. Number 1, taking ideas from other games. Remember when the pinging system was dropped in Apex Legends? It was an absolute game changer. Every single similar FPS that came out afterwards took advantage of a similar system. Apex completely changed the gaming atmosphere, especially when it came to the lack of communication with the addition of the pinging system. It was so good, other games like Fortnite and Call of Duty took notes, but now imagine Apex learning from the community and its competitors again. This constant competition is what makes games evolve and makes them more enjoyable for the players. It's the push the game needs to get innovative. Number 2, going back to its roots. Sometimes going back is the way forward, and it seems that the game's struggle is forcing Apex to go back to its roots. This has caused Apex to reintroduce the classic vibe of its first year with the new LTM, and also brings a dose of nostalgia that even new players can feel. This opportunity to experience what the game was like in year 1 for everyone is truly a unique experience. Obviously, Fortnite has already done this with their OG map release, but I think Apex took it a step further by completely reverting the weapons, legend abilities, shields, and even the bag adjustments. When I saw that this Season 1 LTM was coming out, I reached out to my friends who I used to play Day 1 Apex with to see if they wanted to join me on this experience. And they've said yes. I was so happy to be able to experience it once again, which I know is 100% the nostalgia hitting, but look how awesome this was. We get to get right back into it. Let's go! I'm so excited.
That's actually so hype.
I know. I'm like, and I was looking at the trailer that they dropped for this too, and it's insane. Oh my god, what?
Wow, look at that. There's
oh shit, I'm choosing first? I don't know who to choose. Lifeline.
Wow, there's like
oh my god, finally healing items are used 25% faster. I fucking love Lifeline, dude. Revive knock teammates faster, protected by a wall. Oh, dude, I miss this shit, bro.
Right here, right there, Ethan, what are you looking at? Grab me.
Nice! Good clutch. I forgot how nuts that gun is.
As you can tell, this is definitely a day later, but overall, I think the entire experience that was offered by the Season 1 LTM or Launch Royale, it was just an incredible experience to be able to jump back into the Day 1 Apex. Day 1 being Year 1, and also, it gave you the perspective of how far Apex has come in terms of developing as a game, which can give you hope into what the future holds for Apex. Number 3. Listening to the players more. A game that's trying to stay relevant doesn't have the luxury of ignoring its community. We've already seen them start making changes in response to feedback, like fixing that train wreck of a battle pass in July 2024, but they shouldn't have taken so long to implement. They should have been heavily collaborating with the community from the start to ensure the overall changes to the game were going in a positive direction, which is why I think they brought back this Season 1 LTM. Specifically, in an interview with some members of the Respawn dev team, they were asked, talking big picture, what's the overall goal in bringing back this classic experience? Where a dev then said, the goal initially was just, we hear people are interested in seeing this, we're having fun with it, so let's package this up and get into players' hands. I think they'll have a similar experience. Again, showing us they're more willing to listen. And I think with that, if they keep this momentum up and actually listen, they'll steer the game in a direction that keeps us, the players, hooked. Finally, what does this mean for the game's future? Well, before the drop of this new season, Apex had about 130,000 daily Steam players, and after the release of Season 23, it's been about 220,000 daily Steam players, which is already showing us that the changes being made are being received well by the community, but there's more that needs to be done in my opinion. I think with continuing to bring back some of the previous LTMs that have done well will help keep the game feeling new while bringing back what players loved. This will most likely have more and more of the community sharing their thoughts, likes, and dislikes that hopefully the Respawn team can take for feedback. Hopefully, they'd be able to make some changes and continue building the game in a positive way, but we'll have to wait and see. So, is the future of Apex uncertain? Absolutely, but in the best way possible. Struggles mean changes, and changes, well, they might just lead to a better game that we're all excited to play. Are you still hopeful for Apex Legends, or are you ready to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching.